Energy. Not only did he write poetry and do heavy farm work, he was also a heroic drinker. He was Scottish. And that was also associated with another aspect of him, which was his lady friends. He was remarkably successful. The first child he ever had, out of wedlock, was to a Lizzie Patton in 1785. He planned to marry another girlfriend, but when her father found out about it, he went after her basically with the shotgun. Robbie tried to leave the country and go to Jamaica, didn't have the money, so slipped off to Edinburgh, where he managed to get himself a job as a clerk. There were a number of other girlfriends, including Peggy Cameron, Margaret Chalmers, and the Clorinda LaHose, Mrs. He finally did marry. When he did so, he continued to have a lot of children and on occasionally little romantic adventures as well. So, gentlemen, if you think that poetry is just for the effete and sniffy, not really. He wrote very romantic poetry, and it could be highly effective. Offered a job in London, he refused to leave Scotland, and then he went to work in a place called Dumfries. One of the suburbs of Dumfries, which is a small town in southwest Scotland, is called Maxwell Town, on account of the fact that that is where my ancestors came from, and so the whole region you find people populated with Maxwell as a name and looking like me, all things. When he got ill, his doctor was in fact a Dr. Maxwell, and finally he fell fatally ill. And he died, and the day after he died, his last child was born, and he was named Maxwell Burns. Robbie Burns was just 37 years of age when he died. He'd done all that in just 37 years. It contains both sympathy and also love. There's also frequently a great sense of loss. When he wrote sympathy, he could write even the most humble things. So, for example, he found in the field one day a poor little mouse. And the poor little mouse had been chased out by the noise from the plow. And as it lay there, he saw this poor little thing shivering away, and so he wrote a poem about it. And I'm sure you'll understand every word. Wee sleekit, cowering, timorous beastie, oh, what a panic's in the breastie. The need na start away so hasty with brickering palatal. I would leave you and chase you with mothering prattle. So the poor wee timorous beastie, the poor little mouse, what a panic's in the breastie. You could almost feel its little heart pumping in terror. He was also somebody who was very much an ordinary man. And so he wrote a few poems that are about the ordinary man and the wealthy and the powerful. And one that he wrote was called A Man's a Man for All That. It doesn't matter what you've got, it's what you are. A prince can make a belted knight, a marquis, or the duke and all. The pith of sense need pride of work are higher than all that. A man's a man for all that. You can be a duke, you can be an earl, but if you've got common sense and decency, you're a better man than they. Robert Burns was an ordinary man of the people. And of course, he wrote love poetry. One of the most famous is A Red, Red Rose. It's been set to music on a number of occasions. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love is like a melody that's sweetly sung in tune. As fair thou art, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and yet I love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gang dry. Till all the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt in the sun. And then I'll have thee still, my dear, though the sands of time shall run. And fare thee well, only love, and fare thee well a while, and I will come again, my love, though it be 1,000 miles. Gentlemen, if you think poetry doesn't get you anywhere, try it. You'll see. Ladies, beware. If anybody comes on talking like that, it's probably Robert Burns, and be very careful. So Robert Burns was very much an ordinary man of the people. There's also a sense of loss in so much of what he wrote. So many of the Scots have been forced to go overseas, never to come back. And there's one of them that's particularly famous about the banks and braes o' Bonnie Doon. And this has been set to music as well. It goes, ye banks and braes o' Bonnie Doon, how can ye bloom sae fresh and fair? How can ye chant, ye little bard, and I so weary, fu a care? You'll break my heart, you warbling bard that sits up there on yonder tree. You'll mind me your departed joys, departed, never to return. But his most famous work has also been set to music. It's called Auld Lang Syne, and you have the lyrics in front of you. This one is sung by people around the world on Bird's Night and also on New Year's Eve. And what it's about is for old time's sake, for all those who were together and now are so far apart. So the first verse of it, should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind, all acquaintance, those who we've known before. Should all acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne. And Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll tuck a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. And then the remaining verses speak about how we were together when we were young. And so you'll see, for example, the second verse, as you go down the page, you go down like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Like that. The second verse, we twa had on around the braes and pewed the gowans fine. We wandered many a weary foots in Auld Lang Syne. What that means is the braes are the hillsides. We've been running around there together. And pewed the gowans, pick the flowers together. And all that is now gone. It's in the past. You're far away. This is about loss. Those who are far away, remembering them and bringing them together. The tune that you're probably fairly familiar with. So we will hear the tune in a moment. There's one slight difference. The last verse. There's a hand, my trusty friend, and geese a hand of thine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. That is not the original word. Those words have been cleaned up for an audience like you. So we're going to put back the original, which goes like this. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and geese a hand of thine. We'll tack a right good wally whack for Auld Lang Syne. For those of you who do not know what is a wally whack, this is a wally whack. So when we sing this, we sing it for our wally whack, because this is a fine old Scottish song. And if you think that there is a single Scotsman who will be sober tonight, on Robert Burns night, then you're sadly mistaken. They'll be taking a right good wally whack. So when we sing this, right at the end there, I want to hear that wally whack. Say it, wally whack. We'll play through one verse first of all.